Lydia Daydaw, Fight Connect TV. I'm delighted to be joined here backstage at York Hall in London with the wonderful Dave Coldwell. It's fresh out of the ring, fresh out of the corner. I must say we're proudly sponsored by ESBC and in association with Empire Fight Store. Well, how are we feeling?
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right. It's our first fight where I've been in the corner with him. Second fight together, but he boxed in Kazakhstan when I had Jordan boxing. So so it's our first fight where I've been in the corner with him. Good to get a stoppage win.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Sultan is one of those fighters where his social media profile, he's absolutely massive. Kazakhstan, anyone from Kazakhstan knows him, a huge background. But he is one of those fighters that each fight you can see that boxing fans are starting to get behind him and go, okay, hang on a minute, who is this guy? A phenomenal fighter. As coach tonight, when you look at that performance, how are you feeling?
Did some good stuff in there, but just a little bit hesitant. I'm trying to get him not to be as hesitant. A lot of times when he's making a miss and he's just letting him breathe and letting him get away with it, getting a little foothold in the fight as such. And he makes a couple of mistakes defensively where he just this thing where he's looking away at half time and just little things carrying his chin up a little bit, and it'll take time. And he understands and he's working at it and he's getting much better with it. But he got clipped tonight, and it's a nice lesson for him because it wasn't a knockdown where he's hurt, but it's a shot where as he's trying to recover and he gets caught, the guy beats him to it, and that is why you don't do that. So he's got a point of reference now to understand. Oh, that's why. Because when fighters are getting away with stuff, and especially when I'm not saying it is, but it's easier when there's a language barrier there. Yes. Because then you can kind of think, you don't really take it as serious as what it is, especially when you're knocking everybody out. But he come back. He was fine. Come back to corner. Told him what I wanted him to do, and he did exactly that. And I'm over the moon with him, and he's happy with that as well himself.
I mean, it's the age-old question, when you sit front row, and we're very lucky in media that we do get to have a front row seat to see. I always love to see facial expressions, are they winded, how are they actually up close taking that clip or that knockdown or whatever it might be for you, because you can't practice that in the gym. So when you do get them back to the corner, is it different every time for you in terms of the reaction that you might get?
It's got to, because each knockdown is unique, and it's unique to the fighter, to point of the fight, the kind of shot it was, how much damage it does to somebody. When I looked at him, he was all right straight away. But I do believe that he's a kid that's kind of had things his own way quite a lot. But with the sparring that he's been getting, and I've been putting him in, he's had some spars where it's the same as what I did with Hope, what I'm doing with Stephen Cairns, where they're in uncomfortable positions and situations, and he's somebody who's not used to that, and we all said that you can tell straight away. And all of a sudden it's like, what? Now if he hasn't had those spars, tonight might not have been as calm a reaction. He may have pressed that panic button or started swinging and gunslinging and making more mistakes, but he reacted really well to it because he's sparred with heavier, bigger people, people just using the strength, the weight, because if you're in, majority of people that are his weight are going to be intimidated by his power, even in sparring. So when you need to bring a puncher on in the boxing sense against people that aren't intimidated by that power, because when you hit them, they're still going to fire back at you, rather go into that, oh, this is dangerous. And that's what he's been getting, and because he's not been getting those reactions in sparring, and he's been feeling the weight of the guys, then I mean, even some days where I've had Lerone, like, but not in him to head, body work, but fucking bullying him to make him be uncomfortable and make him think, shit, do you know what I mean? So things like that prepare fighters for moments like tonight, and that's part of a process, and I think he's 24, he's a baby. So and the good thing is that with his management, I've got a relationship where I can say to him, look, he is young, he has got a lot of things that he needs to make up yet before is let off the leash, because people get carried when people are ranked in the governing body. People get carried away. How quick can you get him a title shot?
Yeah.
No, he needs a bit of time, and also he needs to. We need to gel and to get everything off nice and comfortable. Absolutely. Before you have those moments. So tonight, actually, although you never want your fighter to get dropped, you never want your fighter to have problems like that. For me as a coach, thinking long term, that is a good spot, is a good moment. My first fight with Bellew, he boxed Brudov, and he had a rocky moment in round 7, and he come back from it, he learns from it, and so it's like people are, this things happen in boxing, and it's how you react, how do you come back from things, and he showed great character tonight.
Absolutely. Well, listen, we're really looking forward to seeing the relationship flourish, and what he does, and he's with, he doesn't have to worry about who's in his corner, as we would say. But any final words before I let you go?
No, it's just it's just nice to be back in boxing again and another show. So it's the first time I've been at your call since pre-pandemic. In fact, the last time I was here was when Lee Wood boxed here in the Golden Contract.
No way!
So I've been here. So when I've walked in and they've got lighting rigs and things like that, that's all new to me. I'm like, eh? So yeah.
I'm going to get you to come in, but we have you out of shot here. We're nearly losing you here.
It looks a little bit different.
It really is. And you know what, as well, I'll say to you, Dave, is it's always good. Because when any of your fighters are fighting, the whole troop come with them. Everyone's here. And it's so lovely to see, because everyone supports their teammates, but not everyone, they don't all trek up in the cars and trek down,
We're close, it's not a big team, but we're a close team. Yeah. And the guys in the gym, they've taken Sultan under his wing, and Stephen, who's obviously he's new as well. It's like a family. It's not just a bunch of fighters or a bunch of teammates. It's more like family. Yeah. So it's good. It's nice.
Good stuff. Well, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. Coach of Champions, David Coldwell.